to get all my many stuff sorted. I'm very disorganised, as you can see. Getting very tired, so I getting quite sleep deprived. So it was very much looking forward to sleep. How hard? On a scale of 0 to 10, about 1,000. Definitely Britain's most brutal, or whatever the slogan is. Definitely deserved, I would say.
I arrived here at 3:30 in the morning and should be leaving around 8 o'clock after a couple of hours of sleep and some food. I'm paired up with somebody at the moment, and yeah, we're getting a lot of running in, working hard up hills as well, so it's going really well. A friend of mine, ex-colleague, he was actually doing the winter spine. Saw what he was doing, that inspired me, so put an entry in. I think that was February time, 2 or 3 months training. I'm here now. So Chris, yeah, thanks very much for dropping me in this.
Okay, it's quite handy having a running buddy. You get the option to switch off every now and then. You don't have to be constantly navigating or setting the pace. Feet are holding together, which is the main thing, I think. Just take it a day at a time, really.
There's no doubt the summer spine is easier than the winter spine, and I think that's because of the light, but it's still not easy. This isn't easy for anybody. It's keeping on top of everything else, so it's not just the walking, planning when to eat, how much, managing only seeing your drop bag a few times over the course of the event. It's quite a lot of more expedition things rather than necessarily just being a usual race. I've had extremely little sleep. Probably about 5 hours, and it's been usually in blocks of about 15-20 minutes. Some odd places, a bird hide, a barn and a pub. Just this morning actually, a shooting box.
If you do more than 2 miles an hour, you should finish, which sounds very, very easy. Take it from me, it is not that easy. I'm sort of hoping I'll make it, but you've really got to push on. You're actually a bit shattered. Then legs don't want to walk.
Taking it steady, we're pretending we're sweeping at the moment. So just looking after everybody else in front of us. And if we do overtake anybody, they tend to drop out, so it means we'll last again.
We're always last, which is fine. So no, it's going really well, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're just really enjoying having time to ourselves. We've seen some amazing sunsets and sunrises as well, and slept in the
most ridiculous
ridiculous places.
Given that we've only been married a week now, last Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you can get through this, then
you can get through anything.
Get through anything, I imagine.
We've been discussing our real honeymoon en route, haven't we? We might actually opt for a beach now.
Very sore, really bad feet, and a bad ankle now as well. That's the newest thing that's bad. I'm looking forward to getting to this checkpoint. I think it'd be alright if my feet didn't hurt quite so much. And the hard packed grass, like the rotted grass, is just so sore. Yeah, I probably had about 2.5 hours in total of sleep. It's a war of attrition now, our feet against this extremely hard course.
It's been a very different day across the course today once again. The rain seems to have entirely disappeared for most of the length of the Pennine Way. What we've seen today is a return of blue skies, but a new guest. Today it's been very windy. We imagine if it's been this windy down here, it's been very breezy up on the high ground. Now there's a lot to bring you up to speed on from here in Kirkyetten. We've had a busy day, and that day started for us at around 2 a.m. when we had our winning female athlete in the Montane Summer Spine Challenger North. That athlete being none other than Eloise Eccles, who had held that position from the earliest stages of the race. Now, as I record, up here in Kirkyetim, we are waiting for the third place female athlete in the Montane Summer Spine Challenger North. That looks to be Helena Turtinen, who has just held a third position ahead of fourth place Harriet Shields over the last couple of days. Harriet, though, not far behind. Ellie seems to have very much enjoyed her adventure out there, but what an adventure it was. Have a look out for the interview we got with her this afternoon. To say the sleep monsters were stalking her out there is a definite understatement. We've also seen the arrival of Katie McGowan in second place in the same race. Katie was consistently strong throughout, and you might remember her name. She ran the Summer Spine Sprint last summer, finishing around the middle of the pack. This is a big step up. What an outstanding performance from Katie. And the headline news, Dave Phillips is the winner of the Montane Summer Spine Race 2023. When Dave crossed this village green and touched the wall over there at the Border Hotel, there was no other athlete on that race north of Bellingham. That puts him almost half a day, perhaps more, ahead of his closest competitor on that race. What an outstanding bit of running. Those chasing competitors being Rory Bevan and Peter Mortimer, who are just now making their way into the Cheviot Hills. This is the longest day of the year and the shortest night. We don't imagine that night will feel very short when they're making their way over there. Jenny Yeo maintains her lead in the Montane Summer Spine race over Laura Swanton-Rouvelin. Really, I am sorry about this pronunciation. I hope I'm getting close at least. It's not a big lead though, and Laura is still looking strong. Anything could happen there. In third, we have Alice Kershaw. Alice was second in the Montane Winter Spine Challenger South just this January. The pace doesn't generally speed up on the spine race. You don't get stronger and you don't get quicker over distances like this. Let's remember, all of these runners set off on Sunday from either Edale or Hardraw. So now we really are grinding out the miles, digging into reserves, digging deeper than they probably thought they could. So we'll be making the most of the extra daylight on this summer solstice here in Kirkyetim, holding vigil, waiting for every single one of those runners to arrive overnight, just as we will be 24 hours a day until this race comes to a close. We hope you'll be with us the whole way. Keep following those dots. We'll see you tomorrow.